Welcome to EpicScope. As we count down to a new year, let's dive into history and explore unique New Year's traditions from around the world. Did you know the oldest known New Year celebrations were in Mesopotamia 2000 BC, marking the spring equinox? Our journey will take us through ancient to modern festivities, illuminating how different cultures have celebrated the new, be it a fresh year, season, or phase of life. Join us as we explore the mystical elements of these global celebrations. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As we embark on this mesmerizing journey, it's crucial to comprehend the essence of New Year's celebrations. Regardless of place or time, they symbolize renewal, rejuvenation, and aspirations for better times. Did you know, according to popular traditions, what food is believed to bring good luck for the new year? We'll find out soon. The new year is seen as a fresh start, a chance to welcome the new. This concept resonates in numerous cultural practices, from the Egyptians to the Babylonians, all greeting the promising arrival of a new year. Even in ancient Rome, January symbolized beginnings. So let's dig into the history of New Year's celebrations. Now, shall we take our initial step back in time to the cradle of civilization, ancient Babylon? As we journey forward in time, we leave the ancient civilizations behind and step into a new era, the medieval and Renaissance periods in Europe. This era marked profound cultural transformation reflected in New Year's festivities. Not universally recognized, Year's Day was celebrated with feasts, religious rituals, and Christian and pagan traditions blended with superstitions and being customary. But here's a surprising fact. The actual date of New Year's Day wasn't January 1st, which was largely due to the different calendars in use. People would ward off evil spirits and ensure prosperity for the forthcoming year through peculiar practices. The ringing of church bells and bonfires were common sights, so buckle up as we delve into the rich tapestry of New Year's celebrations in medieval and Renaissance Europe. As we travel across the globe, we find ourselves in the East, where New Year's celebrations are vibrant and unique. China's Lunar New Year, also known as Spring Festival, is filled with color, energy, and dances believed to bring luck. Streets are adorned with red lanterns, families for dinner, and children receive red envelopes for luck. Here's for you. Do you know what animal is celebrated during the Lunar New Year of 2022? Now, let's move to Japan, where New Year's, or Shogatsu, is a time for family reflection and festivities, beginning with a special meal on New Year's Eve. Temples ring bells at midnight and pray for health and fortune on New Year's Day. But here's some trivia. Many times do the bells ring at a Japanese temple on New Year's Eve. These reflect a universal desire for renewal, hope, and joy the new year brings. So let's continue our journey, exploring more fascinating New Year's traditions from around. As we step into the present era, the celebration of the new unfolds in various forms worldwide. From extravagant fireworks in metropolitan cities like New York and Sydney to traditional festivals like Diwali and Eid. Each celebration carries its unique significance. Interestingly, did you know that the ball drop tradition in Times Square, a modern New Year's celebration, has been a highlight since 1907? Now that's a fun fact. New Year's Eve fireworks represent shared joy for the coming year, while Diwali, a Hindu festival, and Eid, a Muslim festival, signify the victory of good and end of Ramadan, respectively. These diverse celebrations underline the universal spirit of renewal and hope. As we continue our journey, let's delve deeper into the roots of these celebrations, starting with the origins in ancient civilizations like Babylon. As we journey from the contemporary merriments of the new to the ancient origins, it's a fascinating ride reflecting on the symbolism these celebrations bear. They signify hope, rejuvenation, and a welcome to the future. Did you know that the festivities and vibrant colors in these celebrations signify an intriguing trivia question about New Year's? What does the explosion of fireworks symbolize during New Year's Eve celebrations? The answer: they represent the universal optimism of the human spirit. And it doesn't stop there. The illumination of lamps during Diwali or the grand feasts during Eid also beginnings. They serve as a timely pause to reflect, to release the past, and to warmly embrace the new. As we dig into the roots of these traditions, starting with Babylon, we'll unearth how this spirit consistently reverberated. As we embark on this historical journey, we uncover a fascinating truth beneath our shared traditions and communal spirit. Surprisingly, despite the wide geographical and cultural differences, a common thread runs through the history, tying us together in the fabric of humanity. From ancient to contemporary times, societies across the globe have uniquely celebrated new beginnings in accordance with their customs. Regardless of these differences, we all cling to a beacon of hope, and going beyond the surface, we invite you to join this enlightening. Did you know that these shared traditions have been scientifically to foster a sense of belonging and boost happiness? Share your favorite traditions in the comments below. Is it the reflective tranquility of the New Year's countdown or the exuberant joy of watching fireworks? Share your stories. Let's journey together to trace back to the origins of these celebrations, starting from the ancient civilization. As we shift our focus from shared traditions to the historical roots of these celebrations, let's ponder over the progression of these customs. The ways in which we welcome the new year have evolved alongside societies and cultures. Once simple agricultural festivities, they've blossomed into grand spectacles of joy and anticipation. Even our perception of time played a role in these adaptations. The core desire, however, that of renewal and growth persists. Each tradition carries within it a rich tapestry of history and human spirit. But here's a thought to ponder over. Can you guess which the first civilization to celebrate the new year around 2000 BC? Stay with us as we embark on a journey back in time, starting with the answer to our trivia, the ancient civilization of Babylon. The concept of celebrating the new, be it a new year, a new season, or a new phase of life, has been an integral part of human history. From ancient civilizations to modern times, these celebrations held great significance. For instance, in ancient Babylon, the New Year wasn't marked on January 1st. It was celebrated in mid-March with an 11-day festival called Akitu. This wasn't just a celebration of a new calendar year. The Akitu festival symbolized the rebirth of their world and the fertility of their land, encapsulated in the mythical victory of their sky god Marduk over the sea goddess Tiamat. Here's a fun fact about the origins of New Year's in ancient Babylon. The Babylonians were actually the first civilization known to have a festival celebrating the new year, and they did so around 4,000 years. As our journey continues, we find ourselves in the heart of ancient Egypt. The new year held a significant place, marked by the Nile's annual flooding, symbolizing rebirth and fertility. Did you know that this natural event, associated with divine gods Isis and Osiris, was not only sacred but also crucial for Egyptians? It divided their calendar into 3 seasons: Akhet, or the inundation, Peret, or growth, and Shemu, or harvest. But here's a trivia question for you. From the floodwaters carrying nutrient-rich silt, what does this indicate in the context of the Egyptian calendar? It marked the onset of a new year and a time of abundance. This period was celebrated as Wepet Renpet, a gathering for cleansing and spiritual preparation for the future. Hence, the new year was a festivity of time and natural renewal cycles. As we can see, the new year was not only a commemoration of time, but also a reflection of the natural world and its cyclical patterns. As we delve into the heart of ancient Rome, we encounter the two-faced god Janus, a symbol of new beginnings, from whom January derives its name. The Romans started each year paying homage to Janus, a tradition that owes its origin to Julius Caesar in 46 BT. This was commemorated with sacrificial offerings and pledges of virtuous behavior. Interestingly, it was Caesar, the renowned Roman emperor, who introduced the Julian calendar, a precursor to our present Gregorian calendar. But a surprising fact is that, despite introducing the calendar, Caesar himself was supposedly not adept at mathematics and relied heavily on astronomers for its creation. This calendar marked the start of the new year on January 1st. By doing so, Caesar established January 1st as the dawn of the new year, a gesture of respect towards Janus, who had the power to look into both the past and the future at the same. As we journey through the hands of time, we find ourselves immersed in the medieval and Renaissance periods in Europe. The new year was celebrated with a mix of Christian rituals and pagan gaiety. Feasts were prepared, churches organized special services, and prayers for prosperity were whispered. With hopeful hearts and festive costumes, the people welcomed the future. Amidst the revelry, fear of evil spirits led to the practice of protective rituals, notably at the of midnight. This intriguing blend of the sacred and secular, the merry and the fearful, paints a vibrant image of the New Year celebrations during the medieval and Renaissance periods. And here's your trivia question. Can you guess what protective ritual was at midnight during these times to ward off evil spirits? It's a tradition that has survived in some form or another, still echoing in some customs today. As we journey from the west to the east, we encounter a different rhythm to New Year's celebrations. In China, the Lunar New Year, also known as Spring Festival, is a major festival. Interesting fact, it is also the world's largest annual migration, as millions of Chinese people travel home to spend festivities with their families. The holiday is marked by cleaning homes, pasting red symbols, and giving lucky red envelopes, buzz with colorful dances and family feasts. Over in Japan, shogatsu, replete with its own unique flavors, is celebrated. A fun is that it originally referred to the whole month of January, but these days it generally means the first 3 days of the new year. It's a time filled with bells, pine decorations, and symbolic meals. Both nations celebrate with unique customs but share a common theme. As we can see, while the customs and traditions vary greatly, the underlying theme is universal, a celebration of renewal, a letting go of the old, and a welcoming of the... As we journey into modern times, the celebration of the New Year takes on diverse forms worldwide. From New York to Sydney, fireworks illuminate the night sky, symbolizing hope for the upcoming year. Various cultural festivals like Diwali and Eid hold significance in this global tableau. Spain and Latin America have traditions like eating 12 grapes at midnight for good luck. Meanwhile, in Japan, the Buddhist tradition of Joya no Cane still perseveres, where a bell is rung 108 times to cleanse humanity from the 108 earthly desires. Now here's a trivia question for you. Can you name 3 other unique New Year's traditions from around the world not previously mentioned? As we explore these fascinating traditions, let's take a pause and delve into their profound symbolism. The traditions we uncover, each cultural ceremony, symbolize renewal and new beginnings. In Spain, the 12 grapes eaten represent the hopes for each new month. In Japan, bells ring times to cleanse earthly desires. An interesting fact here is that the number 108 is considered sacred in many Eastern religions, and it's believed to represent the universe's Scotland's first footing brings good fortune and prosperity. These rituals across cultures embody the joy in celebrating beginnings. As we continue our Remember, each tradition we explore is a testament to humanity's enduring optimism and resilience. Earlier we explored the rich mosaic of traditions that usher in the new year. A prime instance is Scotland's Hogmanay, which features the practice of first footing. This custom involves the first person crossing a home's threshold after midnight bearing gifts, intended to ensure wealth and prosperity for the homeowner in the new year. These traditions, which bind us to our history and each other, shine a light on our collective aspirations for what lies ahead. Now, here's a trivia question for you. Do you know what is considered the most common and popular gift brought by the first footer during Hogmanay in Scotland? As we traverse the globe, let's now turn our attention to Spain. Here, New Year's Eve, or Nochevieja, is marked with a unique tradition. Spaniards partake in Las 12 uvas de la suerte, or the 12 grapes of luck. With each chime of the clock at midnight, they eat a grape, symbolizing a month of good luck. This custom, originating in the late 19th century, is a test of swift eating, as participants aim to finish all 12 midnight's last stroke. Here's an interesting tidbit for you. In Spain, it's considered good luck to wear red underwear on New Year's Eve. This joyous tradition, coupled with the fun fact, reminds us that the start of a new year is a time of hope, celebration, and shared happiness. And of course, who can forget the iconic Times Square ball drop in New York City? A vibrant symbol of new beginnings celebrated in the heart of one of the world's most bustling metropolises. This remarkable tradition started back in the early 1900s. Can you guess the exact year? It was in 1907. Over a century later, the event remains a landmark, a beacon of hope ushering in each new year with a bang. It's more than just a spectacle, it's a shared global experience. Televised worldwide, millions watch in awe as the glittering sphere descends, marking the thrilling end of the old and the promising start of the new. From its humble beginnings, the ball drop has evolved into a phenomenon, uniting people across continents in collective celebration and anticipation. It's a breathtaking sight that never fails to stir emotions, symbolizing the transition into a new year. To summarize, the celebration of the new year has a rich and diverse history. It's a tradition that traces its origins back to ancient Babylon, about 4 millennia ago. The shift to January 1st came with Julius Caesar's Julian calendar. Over the centuries, numerous have blossomed across cultures. In Spain, it's customary to eat grapes. In the US, the Times Square ball drop is a spectacle. Despite the variations, these traditions share a common thread. They embody a celebration of renewal, a fresh and hope for the future. An intriguing fact: in ancient Rome, the month of January was dedicated to Janus, the god of beginnings, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages, and endings. This very belief underscores the universal hope of a better tomorrow, symbolizing renewal and fresh starts that we associate with every new. So, as the clock ticks down to midnight, we find ourselves part of a rich shared history. This annual tradition is one that bridges time, transcending cultures and generations. Together, we look back at the year that was. We savor the triumphs, learn from the struggles, and remember the moments that defined us. We await the dawn of a new year, a year full of potential, full of hope. It's not merely a countdown to the year's final seconds, it's a collective embracing of the future. Now, before we conclude, here's a trivia question for you. Which country is known for being the first to celebrate the new year thanks to its geographical location? A worldwide celebration, a chorus of voices echoing the promise of new beginnings. Happy New Year. As we have seen, the new year is celebrated in countless ways, with traditions as diverse as the cultures they come from. In Denmark, they smash plates against doors for good luck. The more broken china, the more luck awaits you. Brazil offers a unique beach tradition of jumping 7 waves at midnight, each symbolizing a wish. South Africa sees old furniture out, symbolizing a fresh start. Here's an interesting fact. In Spain, it's a tradition to eat 12 grapes at midnight, 1 for each stroke of the clock, to secure 12 happy months in the coming year. These traditions add to the global tapestry of celebrations. They differ in practice, but all share a common theme: a joyous farewell to the old and a hopeful welcome to the new.